Hey everybody, it's Alex here, and we are on top of the beautiful city here of Chongqing. I'm here with the judges of OTWD. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What initially inspired you? Was there a destination around the world? Was there a special place that you went where you said, you know what, we want to be travel vloggers?
Personally, I thought, like, obviously, we initially meant to travel for like 1 year, and then we fell in love with it. It was the day was we watched a volcano erupt in Guatemala, and we camped next to it. And I thought, I literally said to Rian at that time, I said, we're not going back to a normal life now. So we can't go back to a normal life. You can't watch a volcano erupt in front of you and go back to a normal life. And from that day, we sold our house, sold everything we owned, and 4 years later, this is us.
So Rian, was this like his decision, or was this a mutual decision between you both?
It started off him, 100%. The first year probably was for him. I never really wanted to travel, but during COVID, we watched like YouTube and really inspired us to like get out of our comfort zone and do it. And then after a year, and we kind of found our style and what we liked and how to make it more enjoyable.
Well.
Yeah, and then I was like, yeah, I can't go back to a normal full-time job after this, because.
So when was the channel born?
Oh. The channel was born, if you go right back from the start, it was like 5 years ago.
Okay.
But literally this was during the pandemic, and we were like vlogging our home city. Like, if anyone, I will strongly advise anybody to never watch their videos because they were absolutely awful. But yeah, it just carried on going, and a big shout out to China as well, because we come to China 9 months ago, and it has helped transform and change our life, because we're absolutely loving it. And
In our opinion,
oh, guys,
and how we look at traveling now.
yeah,
It's definitely changed how we do it.
exactly. Like, we used to think that you'd have to sleep in hostels and you'd have to rough it, but you come to China and everything's just the convenience here is unbelievable, and everything's a pleasure, really.
You know, let's talk China for a moment here. And when you say travel, China, when you tell your friends and your family, or before you actually came to China, did you tell your friends and family, we're going to China? And maybe, what did everybody think?
Yeah, well, I can remember, I said to my mum, I speak to my mum a lot, and I said to her about China, and she was like, oh, be careful, be careful.
Same,
She didn't
so
say-
my dad.
Didn't say that to any other destination I travel to, any country. The first time I mentioned I'm going to China, be careful. Now,
And we've been to Central America.
we've been to Central America, we've been to Pakistan, we've been to a lot of countries, Saudi Arabia, all these countries, but China was the one that got be careful. And now this year, this Christmas, I've convinced her and she's coming to China.
Really?
Because she watched our videos.
Where do you think this built up kind of, hey, be careful in China, where do you think that's maybe come from? Do you think it might be other nations maybe not wanting the world to discover China, or?
I think what it is I'm not savvy on politics as such, but I think there's a big political agenda which goes onto the media, which washes into the brains of people in the West. So what they see is what they believe. Like, I love my parents, but they watch the news and they believe every word that is said. So yeah, I think there's a lot of brainwashing going on in the West.
I have to say, we, the Western countries, are very powerful when it comes to actually our own propaganda and our own beliefs. And it's great that you have an open mind to come here. It's fantastic that you're bringing your parents out here. And I think it's going to take one person at a time to come to this country. Let's move on to one of my next questions here. You know, you guys have been to Chongqing quite a while, and you're here discovering it again. You know, what really captures your imagination? What really surprised you the most about this fantastic city?
Well, my initial impressions was I couldn't believe how many steps there are. So yeah, I literally, my legs were like jelly every time I got in. And basically, like you can see behind us the skyline, the high-rise buildings, and a little bit overwhelming at times. A huge, massive city, and yeah, this is an awesome city.
I would say it almost is. This Chongqing municipality is one of the largest in the world here.
Yeah.
And it's putting Canada's population on target because this city is almost as big as the population of my country.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
So you've been to a lot of countries before, but what is it about this city? I mean, we hear Shanghai, we hear Beijing, and now Chongqing. Okay, most people haven't heard of it. What do you think is really something exciting about this city that you like to get into? You guys' channel is surrounded a lot around infrastructure, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about the infrastructure.
I think it's unique. Like, obviously you see, like, everyone's, I'm not gonna lie, the skyline in Shanghai is breathtaking. That's unbelievable. But the buildings here, obviously the train that goes through the building and the infrastructure, you've got some crazy roads and, like, all this, they're so unique. And this city is, it's one of the cities you got to see to believe. I know they call it the cyberpunk city. It's like something out of sci-fi, but it literally is. Like, it's like when you come here, it's like you're in a film.
But it's also the mountain city as well as cyberpunk. So you've got the different levels. So one minute you're on the ground, and so it makes it more exciting and different. And where there's so many people here and so many little bits within Chongqing, it doesn't feel as crowded as Shanghai or Beijing.
It's so, yes, it's like,
There's so much to see.
it's like cities in cities,
Has everyone been nice to you during your stay?
Everyone's been nice to me since I got to China. Yeah, everyone. We said every country we travel to, we normally end up having a slightly bad experience. But in China, in total, we've been here, 4 months?
God knows, this is our third time here.
Our third time here. But we've never had, not even one person's even been rude to us. We've just never had a bad experience.
We even tested it. We left a bag and a bike for like, I think it was 8 hours, and come back to it and it was still there, hadn't been moved.
When we talk about the infrastructure here, you enjoyed Elizabeth Station. You thought that was pretty cool. Who is the statistics person of you two? Who follows statistics? Is it you or?
I would say that I do follow.
Okay, so how many bridges do you think are in Chongqing?
I don't know, by the way, and I could be miles out.
I'll give you a multiple choice question here.
Okay.
300, 2,000, or 20,000?
I'm going for 20,000.
Yeah, I was thinking 20,000 because you normally, if it's a lot, you normally start with a lower amount.
And there's actually 4 styles of bridges here.
Dual truss because, well, hey, have you guys seen the trains that go underneath the bridge where the traffic is on top?
Yeah, seen it.
Okay. There's a lot of span bridges, style of bridges. It's a bridge capital of China. Now, let's talk about the cars, the automobiles, back to infrastructure and transportation. Anything you want to share to our viewers? Is Chongqing a smoggy, dirty city full of old, broken down cars, or let's hear it?
No, it's Chongqing, no pollution, most cars that you go in, most cars you see are electric.
And you can't figure out where the handle is.
Yeah, always, yeah.
Or to get out.
But how was the riding experience? Because when I first got into my first new energy vehicle here, I didn't know it was a new energy vehicle. And the guy dropped me off and I thought, this is weird. The door kind of was opening for me and I saw a beautiful panel. I thought, wow, cars, And I got out and I looked for tailpipes and mufflers in the back of the car and they weren't there. And I thought, okay, now I know this really is, the future. I mean, in the UK, how do people look at cars compared to how you feel with cars here? Let's do a little bit of a comparison.
I think they're starting to get the whole electric car thing, but not many people can afford it because cars are not affordable like they are here in China. They're overpriced and stuff, so people just stick to what they know.
Yeah, I'm going to add to that. Do you think it's that China is charging that, or is it maybe a little bit protecting our markets? Like we have 100% tariffs in Canada on Chinese imports.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is.
So you guys have already visited a new energy vehicle factory here.
Yeah.
if the price of the cars here, let's say what China sells them for, plus shipping, right?
Okay.
If those ended up in the UK at very, very, very competitive rates, do you think that would change the industry in the United Kingdom?
I think it would eventually, but I think as soon as they come over, people would say, I'm not buying that cheap Chinese stuff. I'm going to get a Ford or, you know, a brand they know, a BMW or something. That, because again, maybe not the media, the government, whatever, it's in there. Even if people try to change their mind, some people just can't change their minds.
Do you know any brands since you've been here that have maybe you struck?
Here in China, they always have beautiful cars in the mall. That's why I love going to the mall.
So smooth.
She loves going for shopping, I love going to look at the cars.
Now let's talk about maybe the food experience. Do you guys, do you like going out for dinner, or what kind of food do you guys like?
We love trying all the local food, but we've had a lot of like banquets of local cuisine. So we have tried, I think everywhere we've been, we've tried a selection of everything. But I think our absolute favorite in China is Beijing duck.
But we do love the hot pots.
Yeah, we love the hot pot as well.
We bought, from Chongqing, we bought a hot pot and took it home.
Yeah.
Favour and did it with our family.
It's fun.
They loved it.
Beautiful.
It was so good.
Have you had some cultural experiences around Chongqing on your visits at all?
We've been to a few like, ancient towns and stuff. We've been seen a lot of the ethnic minorities, the Mao group as well. Had an ear cleaning experience, which was cool. I mean, you don't at home. You're not even allowed to do that, let alone not on the street for sure. So that was quite an experience.
I always ask a lot of people this question: do you enjoy the daytime in China, or do you enjoy the nighttime in China?
We always.
Yeah.
We're not much of like early risers, so we enjoy getting up late.
So we'd rather go out, see all the lights. That's the thing about China.
Yeah.
You got all the lights, and then all the good street food vendors come out then.
They do, yeah.
That's when you get the good street foods.
And they light up their buildings really cool as well. Their buildings are lit up right from the bottom to the top. It's awesome.
There's over 662 cities in China.
What if you?
Guys, you say Chongqing's one of your favorite. Why?
Chongqing is our favourite.
Okay.
So only city we've been back to.
Yeah.
So we've been here twice.
Yeah. I mean, everything. Like obviously, we've gained a lot of friends here as well. We enjoy. We're city people. We're born in a city. We love a city. There's no better city than Chongqing. Comes alive at night. Beautifully lit up. Great food. Awesome food. Although it's huge and it is overwhelming, it's also incredibly safe. Don't be in fear. Don't be scared, because it's great. It's great. It's unbelievable. It's overwhelming. But most of all, if you want to travel here, it's safe, and that for us, that's important.
There's just something about it. It's just got such a chilled vibe, but then you've got the hectic busyness.
Yeah, it's like a home from home for us. We really love it.
Well, that is OTWD here with me in beautiful Chongqing. Guys, thanks for being on the show. I just wish you all the best in the future.
Thank you.
It's for having us.